snap kick. Now, this is the first kick that we've learned for yellow belt. And every one of our kicks has at least 4 phases that you're going to learn. All right. The snap kick has 5. And you can do the 5th phase on the other kicks as well. It's just that on most of them, it's not very um, conducive to do it for an actual strike, because it either limits your speed, limits your power, or causes you to be off balance when you do the strike. So for the snap kick, we do all 5 phases. For the other kicks, we just do 4 phases. All right. So when you're doing anytime you're striking somebody in Kenpo, okay, the targets that you're going to go for are going to be the eyes, throat, groin, back of the neck, and the knees. Okay. Each one of those striking areas, each one of those spots has an 80% chance of a 1-strike takedown. Okay. In other words, if I hit her to the eyes, I've got an 80% chance of stopping the fight with just that strike. Same thing with the throat, back of the neck, groin, and knees. All right. Now, the snap kick is designed to go up. All right. There's going to learn another one later called a thrust kick that goes out, but this one goes up. So when it hits, it's hitting with the ball of the foot, and it's with an upward motion. You're snapping it out. And the targets you're going to go for are the groin, underneath the chin. Okay. You could go underneath the armpit or into the armpit. All right. Or right here underneath the kneecap. Okay. Those are your primary targets. If you strike the opponent with a snap kick, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what a snap kick is. All right. If I strike the opponent with a snap kick, and when I make contact to the groin and they bend over, now my target's just changed. Now I've got solar plexus, I've got face. Okay. So you can change the targets based upon the positioning of the body of the opponent. Okay. And that doesn't just go for the snap kick, that goes for any of the kicks or any of the hand strikes, or for that matter, any of the techniques that you're doing. You'll notice in techniques that use what's called body shaping, so that when you strike the opponent in a certain spot, it opens up other areas for you to strike. Okay. And so you'll see this as you do techniques. You'll hit them, they'll make them go forward, then you'll hit them high to make them go back. Their groin comes back out, you'll hit them again. So you'll see that as you go through the techniques. All right, so we're going to talk about the phase 1 snap kick first. All right, go ahead and face that way. I'm going to face sideways, she's going to face forward, and we're going to do the kick together. What's going to happen when we do a snap kick is the knee is going to lift straight up, just like so. I'm going to pull back on my toes here and use the ball of my foot, and I'm going to go out, back, and down. All right, that's it. Now, I'm not kicking a football, so I'm not going to bring it back here and go, wow, like this. Okay, it comes straight from where the foot's set, straight up, straight out, back, and down. And you'll notice when you get it down that you're going to have a snapping. It's almost like a whip. See, that knee stops and the foot whips out there. Okay, just like that. So you come up, out, back, and down. When we do it with our hands at our sides, this is a phase 1 snap kick. All right, ready? Cheek, 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 cheek. All right, that's a phase 1 snap kick. So if you're, face me, if we're in a confrontation and it's obvious that I'm not going to get out of this, that something's going to have to happen, I can't just walk away from it. Now, 90% of the time at school, I can walk away. In the street, that may be a totally different scenario. If I'm in an alley, I'm by myself, okay, there's maybe a couple of guys here, I can't get away, right? If I drop back into a fighting stance, all right, well, that's immediately, now they all go on guard, okay? So instead, I just use a snap kick from a phase 1, okay, to catch the guy in the groin, right? And then later on, as you start to develop it, you can start to add independent motion to where you attempt to have nothing else move but the strike, and allow the strike to get halfway to the target before anything else moves, any other part of your body moves. But you're standing here, they're talking smack, boom, snap kick to the groin, and then you step right in with whatever else you need to do, or you walk away. Depends upon how well of the strike you got. Did you make contact or not? All right. But that's how you would use the phase 1. It's very deceptive and it's very fast. Okay. You could also go to the knees. Say I'm too close here and I can't get a snap kick in, and go right here to the knee. Boom. Just snap kick the knee. Okay. All right, phase two. Phase two is going to be guards up. So when I do the snap kick with my right foot, my right hand's going to be higher, my left hand's going to be lower. Okay, ready? And then back to your side. And then back to your side. If I do it with the left leg, my other hand's going to be higher. Okay? All right? But all I'm doing is putting my guards up. Maybe you're standing here, all of a sudden the guy starts to move on me. Boom! I'll bring my guards up because maybe he's about to throw a punch, grab something. So I'll bring my guards up for protection while I do the snap kick and then back down to a neutral stance. All right? Phase three, what's going to happen is I'm going to do the snap kick, guards up, but now I'm going to set down into a soft bow and pivot to a fighting horse stance, okay? So, ready? And back. And back, okay? So now we're standing here. This person has threatened me, or like I said, I can't get out of this. Boom, snap kick, and then I sit down so I can follow through with whatever else I need to, okay? Because now the fight's on, it started. So I'm going to go ahead and get in my fighting stance and get ready to take care of business, right? Okay. And then phase 4 should be fighting horse stance, right side forward, guards up. Ready? All right. Phase 4 is from a fighting horse stance off the front leg. Now this is going to be a little different because watch what happens. When I do this, I have to turn my hips back, okay? Later on, we'll do it without turning our hips back. We'll get into that later. But for right now, turn your hips back, slight pivot with the foot, snap kick, and then back down to a fighting horse stance, okay? So it's up, out, down, and back, all right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? All right, full speed, ready? Cheek, cheek, cheek. All right? So that's a phase 4. You're already in the fight, okay? Phase 5, just go ahead and stay there, is off the rear leg. So what we're going to do is you're going to come up, throw the snap kick. Now watch. This is important. My hips stop, okay? They don't go, I don't turn my hips like this, because if I do, I'm going to throw my balance off, I'm going to fall forward, okay? And I don't want to fall forward. I want to be controlled. So I come through, hips stop, snap kick, step back to a fighting horse stance, okay? So I come up, hips stop, snap kick, step back to a soft bow, pivot, fighting horse stance, okay? So ready? 1, go ahead and kick, sorry. 2 and 3, all right? Actually, let's do 4, all right? Stop at the hips. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? All right, all together now, ready? Cheek, 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 cheek. All right, paro, show. Now, again, let's see, well, I'll show you. When you're hitting with this, you're hitting with the ball of the foot right here. You're not hitting with the toes. If you've got on, like, say, boots or something with a hard toe shoe, you can use the top where that hard toe sole is at, okay? Or like steel-toed shoes, sure, why not? Use that toe, use that steel toe, okay? You can use the top of the foot to strike, but if you do, remember, there's all these little bones in here. And if you hit something hard, like an elbow, or even the chin, or a knee, okay, you have a tendency or possibility of breaking those bones. That's why normally you're going to do it with the top of the foot, with the ball of the foot. Going to the groin, I could use the top of the foot and probably get away with it. But you're going to have more penetration with the ball of the foot than you are with the top of the foot. And you may have to get farther in there and up before it's really going to do a lot of damage. Whereas if you just use the top of the foot, the thighs may stop it, okay, and may keep it from penetrating, all right? Same thing with, like, say she reached out at me, boom, here, okay? If I tried to go to the armpit, couldn't use the top of the foot. I want the ball of the foot, boom, right here, okay? Same thing with the chin, okay? Both of those will be the ball of the foot, all right? So 90% of the time with a snap kick, you're going to hit it with that ball of the foot right there, and you're going to have your toes pulled back, all right? If you've got different shoes on, then you can start to utilize those as weapons, okay? All right, so that's phase 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So phase 1, it's like so. Phase 2, I'm sorry, step back. Phase 1, no guards. Phase 2, guards. Phase 3, guards, set to a fighting horse stance. All right, phase 4 is from a fighting horse stance. And then phase 5, off the rear leg, okay? That is all 5 phases of the front snap kick.